If your childhood still hurts and you can't explain why, stay here. You weren't too dramatic. You weren't too sensitive. You were just a child, trying to survive in a family that didn't know how to love in a healthy way. This is for the version of you that still feels guilty, wrong, or broken. If that sounds like you, listen until the end. Some things are finally going to make sense. Welcome to Quiet Scars. Here we talk about the invisible wounds from your childhood, your family, and your relationships. The wounds nobody saw, the ones you tried to hide, the ones that still wake you up at night. Today I'll share 7 signs you grew up in a toxic family, and why none of this is your fault. Sign number 1. Love felt like a test, not a home. Love was something you had to earn. By being quiet, by being useful, by not causing problems. Affection came and went depending on your grades, your behavior, your mood, and their mood. So you learned that love is unstable, that love disappears the moment you stop performing. And now, as an adult, you're exhausted, trying to deserve what should have been freely given to you. Sign number 2. Your feelings were dismissed, minimized, or mocked. When you cried, you heard, "Stop exaggerating. That's nothing. You're too sensitive." When something hurt you, the conversation was never, "What happened? Tell me." It was, "Get over it. Other people have it worse." So you learned to doubt your own emotions. You learned to hide your tears. You learned to say, "I'm fine," while your heart was screaming. Sign number 3. You lived walking on eggshells. You never knew which version of them you would get. The loving one, the angry one, the silent one. Small things could explode into big fights. A plate in the sink, a look, a simple no. So you became hyper-aware, always scanning the room, reading their face, trying to predict a storm before it came. Your nervous system never rested. And today, peace feels strange. Silence makes you anxious. Calm almost feels dangerous. Sign number 4. You were the child, but also the adult in the house. Maybe you were emotional support for a parent. Maybe you were the mediator between fights. Maybe you took care of siblings and problems that were never your responsibility. You grew up too fast, not because you were mature for your age, but because the adults around you were emotionally unavailable or unstable. Now, as an adult, you feel tired all the time. You feel like resting is wrong, because since you were little, you were trained to carry what was never yours. Sign number 5. There was no space for your true self. You had to adjust your personality to survive. Too loud? Tone it down. Too quiet? Why are you so weird? Too creative? That's useless. Too honest? Don't talk about that. So you created a mask. The good kid. The funny one. The problem solver. Your true self went to the back of the room. And sometimes, even today, you're not sure who you really are without that mask. Sign number 6. Apologies were rare, or they came with a twist. Maybe you never heard, "I'm sorry. I was wrong." Instead, you heard, "I'm sorry you feel that way. I wouldn't have done that if you hadn't. It's your fault too." Conflicts ended without true repair. The carpet of that house is still full of things swept under it. So now you question your own reality. Every time someone hurts you, you wonder, was it really that bad? Or am I overreacting? Sign number 7. You carry deep shame for simply existing. You weren't just told you did something wrong. You were made to feel that you are wrong. Too needy, too emotional, too much, never enough. So now, even when good things happen, there's a voice inside saying, "This is not for you. You don't deserve this." They'll see the real you and leave. That's not your voice. That's the echo of a house that never really welcomed your soul. Listen, none of this means you're doomed. None of this means you're broken beyond repair. It means you adapted. It means you did what you had to do too. survive in an environment that couldn't give you what you needed. You weren't born insecure. You weren't born ashamed. You learned these things inside a family that didn't know better. And what is learned can be unlearned. Slowly, gently, one honest look at a time. If you saw yourself in these signs, I want you to hear this. There was nothing wrong with the child you were. You were not too much. You were not too emotional. You were not a burden. You were a child asking for love in the only way you knew. Your scars are quiet, but they're not invisible anymore. I see you, and I'm glad you're here. If you want to keep healing, subscribe to Quiet Scars and stay with us. You don't have to heal alone. Not anymore.